Welcome back to Maldonado and welcome to the final game of the semi-final stage. Mogi Cruzes taking on Hebraica Macabi, the Uruguayan side, who are the home team tonight in this final game. We are in Uruguay, of course, and it is a game that means we will know the identity of the finalist to take on Weber Bahia in the final of this tournament, the climax. And it will be whoever comes out on top here today. Mogi Cruzes start with the five on your screen at the moment. Cornell, Taylor, Torres, Oliveira and Stallworth making up their starting five. Both of these teams winning 2 out of 2 so far. So it is really that simple. Jorge Garina's side will only progress with victory here against the Uruguayans. Hebraica and Macabi with an impressive performance so far in this week's games. They started with a win over Palestano by 4.79 to 75, and then got the better of Gimnasia, the Argentinians, who have ended up finishing bottom of the group. We'll sum up the results in just a few moments. This is the Hebraica Macabi starting five. Leandro Garcia Morales, the key man in that victory yesterday. He's played such an important role in the game so far, or in the semi-final stage so far, I should say. 42% of his three-point attempts on target, 92% of his free throws, and averaging nearly 25 points a game, 4 assists as well. Jamel Stallworth is Mogi Cruzes' key man, 18.2 points per game, 4.6 assists per game, making 32% of his three-point efforts. And what a game this proves, or will prove to be. It is a thrilling night here in Maldonado. We had a terrific contest in what was effectively a dead rubber, although Palestano won't see it that way. They beat Gimnasia by 2 points, 77 to 75, to confirm that they will finish in third place in this group. Obviously, only the group winners can progress to the finals, so it was meaningless perhaps in the context of the tournament, but Palestano important not to end with 3 defeats out of 3 in this stage, which is sadly what Gimnasia have ended with. They are bottom of the group. Palestano will finish third, rather, and as I say, this for the battle for first place. First against second, 2 teams with a 100% record. Also, Ureda played a key part, averaging nearly 29 minutes. The same for Caio Torres for Mogi Cruzes. 6.5 rebounds per game for Ureda, 9.2 for Torres, as well as 11.2 points, 15 points a game for Ureda, so he's an important part of the Hebraica Macabi team. They will have the majority of the support. This arena is filled up pretty nicely, as you can see if you were with us for the earlier game. The crowd has definitely got bigger here and will be noisier, and will largely be backing the Uruguayan side, of course. Can they become the first non-Brazilian or Argentinian winners of this tournament? The honours have been shared between those two nations since the start of this competition. Maybe it is time for a new side to lead the way, but it is going to be difficult, and they are going to struggle to win this comfortably, you would imagine. Mogi Cruzes have been very impressive so far in this tournament, and particularly in this phase of the competition, beating Palestano, the Brazilian opponents yesterday by 21 points, 80 to 59, final score in that one. Won the first one comfortably as well, 19 points the difference between them and Gimnasia, the Argentinian side. So Hebraica Macabi will be under no illusions here. They know this is a tough game. So much at stake. One of the contests that really should be enjoyed. For the neutral, certainly, this promises to be something pretty special. There's going to be disappointment for one of these two teams. When the final buzzer goes, one of them will miss out on the final. The other will take on FIBA Bahia in a 5-game series. Topping the other group. Argentinian side winning 3 out of 3 in La Banda last week, beating their fellow Argentinians Olímpico to top spot, and also knocking out Unicef, the defending champions. So live action from the Liga Sudamericana in Maldonado tonight, the final game of the semi-final phase, and it is Mogi das Cruzes against Hebraica Macabi. We are underway. It is the Uruguayans who have the first possession in their home country, of course. Will they make that home advantage count? Well, they failed to make the first opportunity count. An easy rebound, and it is the Brazilians who can build from here. This is Tyrone Kernel. And the three-point attempt comes in from Oliveira Jimmy. Still no score on the board. Now there is. First 2 of the night. It is the Uruguayans who strike first. Michael Hicks with the points there, and a response immediate from Torres. Oliveira setting him up there, Caio Torres. And here is Hicks once again for Hebraica Macabi. Two points all as the attempt goes up. I think there may have been a touch on that. Look at this, Cruzes have kept hold of it here. Pass goes out to the corner, the 3 is no good. Torres wins it back, launches it back towards the halfway line. Tyrone Kernel. Went flying there, didn't he? But managed to find a teammate, and in it goes. Nicely put away by Larry Taylor. 4-2 lead for the Brazilians now, in front for the first time in the game. Here is Hicks. Pass was good. Nice bounce pass there as well, but players stop there. Garcia Morales. Such a key man for Hebraica Macabi. 21 points against Paulistano in game 1. Game 2, 31 points rather, as the Brazilians extend their lead. Oliveira Jimmy with his second score of the night, 4 points for him. 6-2 lead for the Brazilians. A little over 2 minutes played in the first quarter. Two more for Michael Hicks. All 4 points scored by the Uruguayan team have been claimed by him so far. As another attempt goes in, it's a 3-pointer this time. Spot on this from Stolworth. A 5-point lead, and Hebraica danger of falling a little behind here early on. Missing chances. Kernel lining up the 3. claimed by the excellent Leandro Garcia Morales, who now has the responsibility of trying to drive his team to victory, and he does well to steal it and draws the foul. No joy still for Hebraica Macabi, trailing by 5. Kernel, out it comes to Stolworth again, misses, and Torres unable to get the rebound. Away comes Smith, and it could be a chance for a 2. It is nicely done by Parodi. Luciano Parodi off the mark, and the 3-point lead for Mogi Cruzes here. 4 minutes into the first quarter. And we would hope that this game lives up to the last one, which went right down to the wire. Parodi here, nice little pass there, gave it away immediately to Smith. Kernel, who lost the ball initially. Leandro Garcia Morales. Parodi trying to link up with Smith there as the alley-oop attempt just fails. Parodi tries again, loses it. Went to Taylor. Was able to tidy up there, Larry Taylor. This is Stolworth again. Chanel Stolworth. Gets the pass out to Torres, who nails the 3. And opens up a 6-point lead halfway through the first quarter. 12 points to 6. Smith will put up the 2. Completely missed it there, but it's still an opportunity. Raider a little overzealous there. The air ball, and then Kernel barged over by Lloreda. Turnovers up to 4 already for Hebraica Macabi. Taylor for 3. Count it. Nicely done, and already some concern here for Hebraica Macabi. They are in danger of being under some severe pressure.
Hacemos círculo, círculo, huele, con el mismo objetivo de doble salida para poner la bola abajo o salir en situaciones más claras para tomar el tiro. Si es en L, Jeremy acá, Jaime acá, ¿está bien? Para poder revertir y jugar. Mike, esta es una situación de 1 contra 1 libre, podés tomarla. O la situación del posteo, Leandro con Mike acá. ¿Está bien? Después, recuerden que en este bloqueo alto es push, push, y ya después ya nos quedamos en el fondo. ¿Está bien? ¿Se entendió? Vale.
Dos cosas. Una, tranquilidad. No podemos cambiar gol con ninguno de los equipos que jugamos, con este tampoco. Segundo, Lea, se van siempre 2 contigo. Pase rápido para atacar. Lárguela rápido contra la zona.
Vamos.
Caio Torres with 5 points and 4 rebounds. Great start to the game for him. Good start to the game overall, you'd have to say, for Mogi Cruzes, leading 15-6, 9-point lead. Over 4.5 minutes left in the first quarter, so this is an encouraging start from the Brazilians, who have dominated this group, it has to be said. They can secure their place in the final today. Hicks puts up the three. No good. They start to miss those. It means that they find themselves with an awful lot of work to do. 9 points is nothing given how much time there is left, but can't afford to keep missing. Keep giving the opportunities for Mogi Cruzes to make it a bigger lead. Hicks will put this in. No trouble at all for Michael Hicks on the break there. Hebraica Macabi made the most of it. Jeremy Smith just handing it off to him there, and the job for Hicks was an easy one. It was a superb layup there from Jimmy Oliveira. Doubles his tally for the night and restores the 9-point advantage for the Brazilians. This is Parodi. Bounces out of the hands of Hebraica, and the break is on here. It's surely going to be two more. And yes, it does go in eventually. Took an age to fall, but it did from Stallworth. 5 points for him. That was the foul that was spotted. Taylor, I think it was penalised. Oliveira Jimmy has got to sit down. Points from the turnovers. See that 10-2. Mogi Cruzes making the most of those turnovers. And Hebraica this time draws the foul. 11-point lead. Claiming the rebound. There's the foul. Need to get some points on the board, really, to get this crowd going. Well, that was needed for Hebraica. Ten-point game. 2:50 left on the clock in the first quarter. Stallworth. Torres looking for a way through. He found a way through. Caio Torres, 7 points. Lively start to the game for him. Hicks out wide. And it comes to Hicks again. 3-point attempt missed. Loose ball. Oh, brilliantly kept alive. Oh, look at this. How well did Mogi Cruzes do there to make sure that stayed in their possession. Brilliantly done. And the foul is called. Cruzes looking to extend this advantage. Torres just can't miss at the moment. 9 points. And this is getting to be quite a big lead, albeit very early on in this game. The home crowd needs something to get excited about. And that is the man who can provide that. Leandro Garcia Morales nails the 2, gets his tally up and running. Much needed 2 as well. No bench points so far for Hebraica Macabi, although only Jimmy Boston and Juan Zanotta have had any kind of time on the court, aside from the starters. Zanotta is on there at the moment. This is Boston, wearing number 32. It's Kernel going in and failing to make it count, but drawing the foul, and he'll get the chance to add points to his tally. First foul of the game for Hicks, 3rd team foul. As Fabricio Oliveira takes the place of the impressive Caio Torres. 9 points so far, 4 rebounds and an assist. Tyrone Kernel ties up the free throws here. Averaging nearly 18 points a game, 7.4 rebounds, 3.6 assists. He's an all-rounder. He looks relaxed, doesn't he? Gets the second one to go. Increases the lead to 13. Zanotta. Pass inside. Oh, lovely layoff there. That's better. That gets the crowd going. Jimmy Boston off the mark. Still a big gap here, 11 points, but that will give home fans a bit of encouragement. The way through was simple there for Elio Neto. Kernel, the only starter now who's on the court for Mogi das Cruzes. Bit of a wrestling match going on there between Smith and Fernando Calvi. Smith who gets the decision. Another one averaging well. 11 rebounds and 17 points per game. Pretty solid. And he gets his first point of the evening. Still a 12-point gap between these two. Mogi das Cruzes pretty happy with the way things are working out at the moment. Stallworth is back on court. This is Kernel. Tyrone Kernel. Now Elio Neto. Neto. Stallworth puts up the 3. No good this time. Loose ball. Chance for, I was going to say one more attempt, but decision going against Mogi das Cruzes there. Let's just have another look at this as it bounced away. And there's the foul. Kernel. Man penalised. Just kind of shifted his opponent out of the way. There it is. Very well placed to spot that one. It does mean that Sebastian Izaguirre can have a couple of attempts here. Throw shooting hasn't exactly been great so far. Oh dear, both missed. And Jimmy Boston's penalised for a push. Two out of 6 from the line for Hebraica Macabi. 1 out of 2 for Mogi Cruzes. Technical foul here. Jorge Guerinha less than impressed, but it does give Leandro Garcia Gonzalez the chance from the line. You back him more often than not. Look at disbelief there. One last attempt here at the end of the first quarter, no good, but an 11-point lead. Could have been a little bit worse perhaps for Hebraica Macabi. They do trail significantly at the end of the first quarter, 26 points to 15. Haven't made a single three-pointer yet, the Uruguayans. That is costing them at the moment 3 from their opponents. Just better shooting all round, you'd have to say. Missed a few free throws, rather. 4 from 7 have gone astray. So a little bit of work to do for the Uruguayans. Shown signs of coming back into it, but at the moment, the Brazilians deservedly have the advantage. 11 points the difference, 26-15. So second quarter, first one, definitely edged, more than edged really, by the Brazilians. I'm pretty happy with the situation as it stands. Late November, we will have the final of the Liga Sudamericana. 2-week period. Zagire there with the foul. Stallworth puts up the 2, misses. Hicks. Loose pass. Turnover again. Elio Neto. Here is Oliveira Jimmy. It's the pass out to Torres, had plenty of time. He's unlucky not to make that one count. Still an 11-point game here, no score yet in the second quarter as Jose Morales puts up a 2 and misses. Jorge Garinha pretty animated on the sidelines. It's Parodi here for Hebraica Macabi. Hicks. Moves it into Lloreda. Shifting it. Big 3 attempted. No good. Rebound is good though. Hicks couldn't grab the second rebound. Stallworth drives it forward, switches it. 3, no good again. Lloreda underneath it. Still waiting for the first score of the second quarter. 26-15 still. Now it might come. No, it doesn't. Parodi couldn't make it count. No one can add any points to the scoreboard at the moment. Over a minute and a half gone in the second quarter. Still 11 points the gap. Elio Neto. In it goes to Torres, and he loses it. He'd have dealt with that much better in the first quarter. Turnover rate is increasing dramatically. Hicks. Get it back in. Here is Hicks again. Pass inside, nice bounce pass on Lloreda, making no mistake. Just took his time there to assess it. Able to put it away more or less unopposed there. Second assist for Parodi to Stallworth. Still Stallworth, Torres. Stallworth puts up the 3. 8 points for Stallworth, 29-17. Still, Hebraica waiting to nail their first 3-pointer. Maybe it'll come here from Izaguirre. No, it won't. The rebound is good, and Hicks, having claimed it, puts it in. 8 points for Michael Hicks. Neto. Still Neto. Moved nicely. Neto went for the pass. Torres hooks it in. The first man into double figures tonight. 11 points for Caio Torres. 6 rebounds already. Double-double is very much on the cards for him at this rate. Lloreda. There's another rebound for Torres. Lloreda couldn't make it count. 12-point game. Stallworth. Torres arriving, ambling up towards the arc. Hands it back casually to Stallworth. Such a handful, Torres, the big man, causing problems. Stallworth gets the pass out. The 3 goes up and in. Well, Calvi off the mark. Timeout is called, unsurprisingly. 15 points the difference. Mogi das Cruzes flying now. Took them a while in the second quarter, but they are very much in control at the moment and building the lead. This is great play from Stallworth. Out it went to Calvi. Bang!
Hasta que el partido siga para adelante. Pero si nosotros no convertimos esos goles fáciles, tenemos que convertir esos goles. Está bien, quedamos en fondo, tuvo la penetración, quedamos cambiados. Tenemos que defenderlo igual. Del inicio yo cambié con el problema es la situación del doble pick acá, que no estamos haciendo el push para pasar y después poder ayudar al chico para meternos acá en el fondo. Están haciendo en el pick lo que quieren. Van a hacer 1, 2. Si se ponen en zona, hagan el sistema igual. exactamente igual. No se vayan por si es zona, no pasa nada. Ponemos la cortina acá, liberamos a este chico. Luciano, penetró una vez contra cualquiera y la asistió el de grande. Tenemos que meter esos goles fáciles. Escuchá, ahora hace 2 directas. Escuchá, 4-5, Leandro mal y lo hacemos directo con él. Dale, vamos.
Here's Hicks. It's the pass out wide. The 3 goes up off the rim and claimed again by Torres, who draws the foul. And surely only a matter of time before we say a double-double for Caio Torres. Pass goes out wide, and the layup is good. Very Jimmy. Into 6 points for Mogi Cruzes, 17 points the lead. Smith to Parodi. Parodi gets it back. Finds a way in, gets the pass away. The field goals there, 32% to 60%. Mogi Cruzes are dominating. Long 2 attempted, missed it rather, and well, 17-point lead could increase. Neto only just about getting that pass away. And there's the lumbering figure of Caio Torres. The 3-point from Stallworth misses. Pass inside to Smith. Stallworth got back very quickly. Andrew Morales. Another foul called. Pass goes into the corner. Still, that 17-point gap is there. Look at us, Cruzes running the clock down here. They're going to have to get the shot away soon. They've run out of time. Stallworth just doing a bit of maintenance there. Spilt some water on the court. Stay back to clean up. It's Mogi Cruzes who are cleaning up at the moment. Huge lead. No sign of it shrinking as things stand. Hebraica and Macabi have a lot of work to do. Parodi, one of the players who can really make things happen. Izagirre. Parodi, nice pass. Oh, nice finish. Michael Hicks makes it 10 points on the night for him. Lead cut to 15. Third assist for Parodi. Now the three from long range. Nicely finished by Fabricio Oliveira. What a way to open your account for the night. 18-point lead now. Biggest of the night so far. Cut to 15 there by Parodi. 5 points, 3 assists now for Parodi. Cruzes would have taken this. He'd offered it to them at the start of the game. Up goes another three. No joy this time. Fabricio Oliveira succeeded. Flippin missed. Similar attempt there, Guillermo Flippin. This is now Elio Neto. Stallworth. Still Stallworth. Lost his balance. That was a wonderful pass from Parodi. Let's have another look. Well, that actually was his 3-point attempt, which was good as well. So, made some valuable contributions here. Try and get his team back in it. Caio Torres is back on, 8 rebounds, 11 points. He's such an interesting player to watch because he doesn't really move very fast at all. Doesn't do a great deal, but just gets himself into the right positions. Nice three from Garcia Morales to make it a 12-point game. This is more like it from Hebraica. They can get this down to less than 10 by the time the first half ends. They'll be pretty happy. As the follow-up is tapped in there by Stallworth. Nicely worked. The three from Torres, not quite doing the business, but Stallworth to follow it in, to take himself into double digits. Torres and Stallworth now into double figures. This was Garcia Morales for three a while ago. Lovely shot, that one. This is Caio Torres. He just looks so composed and calm and seems to have so much time. It's such an unusual style of play. Doesn't really run, just gets himself into the right position. More of a reader of the game and an all-action player. He's edging his way forward again here as Stallworth picks it up. Torres right in the screen. Stallworth puts it up for two. No problem. On to 12 points he goes. 3 rebounds, 3 assists as well for Jamel Stallworth. Now pass inside to Smith, who puts it down. Nicely done by Jeremy Smith. 4th assist for Parodi. Involved again. It's going to be Parodi and Garcia Morales, you feel. They're going to inspire a remarkable comeback, and there is still time for that to happen. Pass inside to Torres. Can they handle it? Pass outside from Torres, and the three is missed. Torres tries to get underneath it. This was Stallworth putting up a 2. Lovely shot. How about this for a little pass from Parodi into Smith? Puts it down. 14 points. 30 seconds to go in the first half here. Pass goes out to Izagirre. Goes for the 3 and misses, and guess who? Caio Torres underneath it. Rebound number 9, 8th defensive rebound for Caio Torres. Behind the back pass, but whistle goes, foul called. Aguilera, it's the guilty man. Number 12, Martin Aguilera. .6 seconds on the clock. Cruzes called the timeout, so they're going to plan something here.
Faz bloqueio, você passa para chutar aqui. Tá? Aí tem a bola do Tairone aqui. Larry, bate aqui.
Fechado, galera.
Bate aqui. Tá? Elinho.
Eu faço aqui.
Você faz gol aqui. Tá, pode deixar. Então vai ser assim, você fica parado. Fica parado aqui. Elinho, ó. Aí, ó. Larry, se não tiver aqui, não tiver com o Tairone mão a mão, tá, ó. Você pegou a bola, ou vai fazer aqui, e você tem bola.
Larry, atenção, essa bola aqui pro Tai, você pode vir numa mão e entrar no backdoor também.
Ajude de bola. Tá, entendeu? Ó. Jamel passou. Tairone entendeu? Você vai, vem, backdoor. Vai. Ó.
Less than 8 seconds to go in this second half. What are they going to try and pull out here? Almost up. Got to get the shot away. Does in time. Misses. Larry Taylor couldn't increase the advantage, but they will be happy enough with the way the first half has gone. It's a 14-point lead for Mogi das Cruzes. Pretty good position to be in at this stage. Just 29 points scored by Hebraica Macabi in that first half. The Brazilians have led for the vast majority of the game. The biggest lead for the Uruguayans, just 2 points. The Cruzes have been as much as 18 in front. 14 it is, though, at the end of the second quarter. 29-43, Mogi das Cruzes are halfway to the final of the Liga Sudamericana. Welcome back to Maldonado. Second half of this crucial game, the last one in the semi-final stage of the Liga Sudamericana. We are nearly ready to get started here, and it is going pretty well for the side from Brazil. Mogi Cruzes up by 14 as the third quarter gets underway. There's Hebraica in the yellow who try and cut that gap, and they do immediately. Michael Hicks with a three, and just like that it becomes an 11-point game, and things already looking a little brighter for the Uruguayans. That's just the kind of start they would have wanted. Hicks now with 12 points on the board. His personal tally. Stallworth here for the Brazilians. Now Taylor. They have had a lead as big as 18 points. As the three goes up from, Kernell, Tyrone Kernell. It's a monstrous throw. Only 4 points in total tonight for Kernell, but what a three that was. Opens up the lead again to 15 points. Another long-range attempt, which doesn't come off. That was a two, but incidentally by Hicks shortly after the restart. I thought it was from outside the arc. It was only a two, I beg your pardon, a three. This time, though, if it goes in, it doesn't. Torres with the rebound, and it goes to Stallworth. Stallworth will go again. Caio Torres waiting on the edge, and Stallworth puts it up just in time. Can't get it to go. Caio Torres, Jermaine Smith with the slam. 13 points in it again. 6 assists for Parodi. It was lightning from Hebraica Macabi. Kernell again, it's stolen back, and another break is on here. Smith hands it off, and Taylor gets back to deal with it. Larry Taylor. This was Kernell's three a few moments ago. It's an absolute beauty. This, the quick break, and the slam from Jermaine Smith. Worth mentioning Caio Torres, by the way, just before that score from Smith. Torres winning a rebound. It was his 10th of the game. Double for him. 11 points, 10 rebounds so far. And that was just about dealt with there by Kernell. As though it might have dropped, but he's able to just tap the ball away. Stallworth, Kernell puts up another three. No luck this time, and then he barges into Garcia Morales. Maybe just jarred his knee there as he fell. Still a 13-point lead. Smith, Parodi gets it back. Parodi goes in, will lay it off, the pass, and foul is called. I think it may have been travelling. That's Kernell's attempt, and this was a challenge from Kernell on Andrew Garcia. Foul was called there against Parodi. Here is Caio Torres. Pass intercepted. Now Leandro Gonzalez goes up and puts it in. 8 points for Garcia Morales. 11-point lead for Mogi Cruzes. It's a decent start to the third quarter here for Hebraica Macabi. If they can cut the deficit by a little more. Smith with a foul here. Second team foul, Jeremy Smith. His first foul of the night. Taylor. Torres. Taylor. Space to get the shot away. Down it goes. We're back to where we were at the start of the quarter. A 14-point lead for Mogi das Cruzes, but for how long? And a little bit longer. Again, the foul is called. .point lead. And it's called again. Taylor this time drawing it from Parodi. Cruzes, a chance to increase their lead here. Larry Taylor, 8 points on the board already. This is the opportunity to make it 9. Rebounds for Mogi das Cruzes so far. 10 of them have come from Caio Torres. 2 missed free throws. It's just 1 from 5 for the Brazilians in this game. Not particularly successful from the line. That's another statement, really. Caio Torres emphatically winning that rebound. That's another one to the tally. Taylor, Cornell, looking for Taylor again. Rather fortunate to find him. Taylor adjusted well, gets his shot away, puts it away brilliantly. Nicely done by Larry Taylor. Managed to back in here, turn and put the shot up. Timeout is called.
Leandro ya salió acá, si vaya le pone la cortina acá para poder jugar desde acá. Después, en el pick, acá paso por arriba. Si vuelve de vuelta, estamos en fondo. Si en alguna situación quedamos acá, tenemos que pasar de vuelta por arriba, no por atrás. No por atrás. Otra vez, 3. Jeremy acá, se va acá. Venís acá a poner la cortina acá. Primero esta acción, segunda esta acción. Sí. No tenés la bola acá. Si le ganó la posición, se la da. Si no viene acá, Seba, te vas. Y Jeremy viene a jugar el bloqueo directo. Y vos te quedás del otro lado. ¿Está bien? ¿Quedó claro? Cortinás acá, vas acá. Y Seba se queda acá 45. Y Jeremy viene a poner la cortina acá. ¿Vamos? Vamos arriba, dale, vamos.
16-point lead for Mogi das Cruzes. Still over 5 minutes to go though in the third quarter, so plenty of time for these things to improve for Hebraica and Macabi. And a good little spell before the end of the third quarter. It's, so far things not quite going to plan. As Cruzes looking to increase this advantage. It's a good rebound from Smith. And the fast break is on. Caio Torres without a challenge, really. The Uruguayan fans here claiming for the foul. But Torres did very little. And at the other end, Taylor increasing that lead again. 12 points for Taylor. 18-point lead for the second time in the game. This is the joint biggest lead that Mogi das Cruzes have had. No foul from Torres. And Taylor took it up the other end and put it in. So Hicks to go to the line. Years old, Michael Hicks. Plenty of experience. Still a vital player. Still capable. He's played the vast majority of the game tonight. Over 23 minutes. And consider we're only a little over 25 minutes into it. Torres claiming that he didn't get the final touch. In the words of the official, got to be a bit careful. He was claiming it came off Smith last, but not the way that the official on that side saw it. Up goes the three, it's missed. Still a 16-point gap. Stallworth, pass outside. Stallworth again, big three. Oh yes! Jamal Stallworth, 15 points on the board. Biggest lead of the game so far, 19 the difference. Much better accuracy from long range, 9 out of 22. Zanotta, much needed. Zanotta with the two. Hebraica and Macabi. Still have such a long way to go. They've scored 10 points now in this third quarter. Mogi das Cruzes have scored 13. Taylor has lost his footing and couldn't get up again with Smith on top of him. Calvi. Little fumble, but recovered well. Recovered to put away the two. So Mogi das Cruzes back to being a 19-point lead again. It's as far ahead as they've been. It's a pretty big lead. 13 minutes of basketball left in this semi-final phase. Zanotta can't make it count. I think he was looking for the foul there, didn't get it. Now Taylor. Stallworth still. Calvi. Taylor puts up a three. Count it! $15 points for Larry Taylor. And a huge lead now, 22 points. 4 3-pointers in this third quarter alone. The air ball there Pretty much summing up the way things have gone for Hebraica so far. They have been knocking down these shots. Some of them three-pointers, some of them not. This one, the latest from Taylor. Stallworth. Still Stallworth. Nice pass, or nearly a nice pass. Well blocked off there by Parodi. There's the foul. Unsportsmanlike foul. Shamel Stallworth knew exactly what he'd done. It's his pass that was intercepted by Zaguirre. There it is. And Shamel Stallworth, so disappointment for him and for Mogi Cruzes, but they are still looking pretty settled out there. Sinks the first one there, Jeremy Smith. This is the second, though. Disappointment. A 21-point lead. 1:48 on the clock in the third. It's going to take some effort from Uruguayans. Going to start having to hit some three-pointers, some serious regularity. Torres in this casual style just eases his way around the court, does get himself into good positions though. Poised there, just waiting for the pass, never came. Rebound claimed. Sia Morales, he misses it. Smith, and it goes. 19-point lead. Final minute of the third quarter. Kaya Torres eventually just goes for the three himself, nearly made it. Scramble for the rebound. And Mogi Cruzes keep up this huge lead. Three-point attempt is good. Doesn't take a lot to get this crowd going again. 16-point deficit. Suddenly the damage done in this third quarter doesn't look quite so bad, even though it is a long way back. It's not impossible. They can prevent Mogi Cruzes from scoring here. You still feel they're in with a very good chance, despite everything that's gone before. There we go, shot clock ran down, and then there's an ambitious effort. That would have been some shot. My goodness, wonderful improvisation. Little unlucky. Wasn't too far away. Certainly seen some shots that have missed by more. And there we go. It was 14 points at the halfway stage. It's 16 points as things stand now. Again, better accuracy all round from Mogi Cruzes. Scoreline would suggest that would be the case anyway. Free throws haven't done so well at 1 out of 4, but it's an insignificant stat really in the grand scheme of things when you look at the 2-pointers and 3-pointers. 71%, 40% compared to 48 and 15. 10 3-pointers compared to 3. They've actually scored the exact same number of 2-pointers, but Hebraica and Macabi have had more opportunities and squandered them. Only 4 offensive rebounds as well from Mogi Cruzes, suggesting they are again making the most of their opportunities. All to play for though. Taylor with 15 points for the Brazilians, Hicks with 14. Trying to keep his side in it. 16 points needed to close the gap alone. It is a big ask, but it's not impossible. Hebraica and Macabi trail 16 points, 45-61, final quarter, moments away. So underway we are now for this final 10 minutes of play in the Liga Sudamericana, the final quarter of this crucial game, and that is a great way to start. Garcia Morales with the 3 into double figures, and that is a big moment, the kind of big moment they needed right at the start of this fourth quarter. The gap now 13. Neto, look at Cruzes, could get lively here in the final few minutes. Neto still, and that'll be stolen, and the foul is called as well on Garcia Morales, who's going to have to step up here, captain of this team and key member. Plenty of points to his name over the last 2 days. Reaches double figures for a 3rd game in a row. The only one along with Michael Hicks who has done so. Look at this Cruzes just going through a quiet spell at the moment. 3 minutes more or less since they last registered some points. 22-point lead has cut down to 13. And a foul here as well. Neto. Pass inside to Smith. Out it goes. The 3-pointer is good. Well, well, well. Zanotta this time. 10-point game. And they've managed to reduce it to a 10-point game inside a minute. All of a sudden, a bit of belief. The crowd, you can hear them. They've been quiet for some time, and now they start to believe. Rejection. Garcia Morales. Yet another moment that gets this crowd believing again. The Uruguayans are not finished. Garcia Morales made a statement of intent with that 3. Followed up by another. Timeout called by Mogi Cruzes.
Não quero saber se não foi. Não, pra que a gente está aqui? Os caras estão dando sem errado. Estão dando sem errado. Agora o problema nosso não é mais defesa, é ataque. É 1 contra 5. Se não tiver bloqueio, se não tiver sequência, se tiver posicionar, nós não jogamos. Eles dão trombada, a gente joga. Entendeu? Estão gastando tempo de bobeira. Aqui não tem moleque. Aqui é tudo experiência.
Fair to say that Jorge Garinha's not too happy with the way his team have started this fourth quarter. A couple of threes nailed by the Uruguayans. Lovely one from Zanotta there. Juan Zanotta, 8 points. His last 3. Giving his team real hope again. 51-61. 3 on the shot clock. Got to go up. And it does. It goes in from Taylor. 17 points for Taylor. Hebraica Macabi. 12 points behind now. Garcia Morales tries to put up another 3. Cornell got his hand to it. This is Stallworth. Cornell is up there with him. Stallworth waits for the arrival of Taylor. Taylor into Cornell. Cornell fighting for it, drawing the foul. George Garinha. Will be hoping his team can register some points now and just start to edge further away. And a couple of points scored in the last 4 minutes or so. Cornell, who just looks relaxed from the free throw line, missed one of his last 2. That's one of the 2 he's taken before this. 2 out of 3 now from the line for Tyrone Cornell. And this time he makes both. And again, it just keeps the crowd a little subdued because it's a 14-point lead again for Mogi Cruzes. Still plenty of time. Need a good little run. Oh, what a turn! Couldn't finish. It's clever from Smith. Would have been a nice 2. And this is where the Uruguayans need to keep their discipline. Be giving away too many fouls unnecessarily. Caio Torres aims for the 2, misses. They do seem to stand off him. As soon as he gets hold of the ball, threatens to pass, they move away and he has an open shot. Need to get this up quickly. Taylor for 3, no good. Foul spotted there. Confirmation of that double-double from Caio Torres. 12 rebounds now, 11 points scored. Garcia Morales with 6 rebounds and 11 points scored. He might get himself a double-double. Perhaps a little unlikely. He'll win 4 more rebounds in this game, but you never know. More focused on just trying to get his team back into a strong position here. Garcia Morales finds Parodi. In goes Parodi. Pushed out. And puts up the 2, misses. Was called again. Frustrating little spell this from Hebraica Macabi after starting this quarter so well. Taylor, Murray Taylor, 17 points already. Caio Torres, Stallworth Goes for three. Torres underneath it, taps it in. 13 points for Torres. 16-point lead again. There goes the shot. Torres steps in to win the rebound at the other end. Rebounds are coming thick and fast now. Caio Torres. Make that 14 rebounds and 13 points. Stallworth puts up a three, gets it. Shamel Stallworth onto 18 points on the night. And the 19-point lead has been established once more. Biggest lead of the game so far, 22. This was Caio Torres just tapping it back in. Didn't need to follow that one up. Timeout called. It's a 19-point lead. And Hebraica desperate to cut that down. Started this fourth quarter so well with those 2 3-pointers. Since then, nothing. Over 3 minutes. A bit of a puzzled look on the face of Leonardo Zilberstein. Side won't give up. They've just struggled to stay with Mogi Cruzes, who are edging closer and closer to the final. Torres out to Taylor. Enjoy this time. Did draw the foul. Well, they're not defeated. They don't look completely devoid of hope, but every passing minute, every passing second, this task gets a little tougher. Henry Taylor almost performing above average in every single aspect. Points scored and steals are ahead of what he's been registering so far in the tournament. Rebounds more or less on a par with what you'd expect. Missed the chance to make it 20 points on the night. And to make it a 22-point lead for the second time in the game. And that stat is the one that is hurting Hebraica at the moment. They haven't scored in nearly 4 minutes. And when you go into the final quarter, trailing by 16. That is something you cannot afford. Simple as that, really. Garcia Morales making the first free throw. 12 points on the night for him. As usual, making a typically important contribution here. 2 out of 2. from the line, looking to make it 3 from 3, which he does. Never in doubt. To keep his side motivated here to push on in the Liga Sudamericana. One big push, you never know. Up goes the 2, no good. This is where Hebraica have to start making it count. Long pass, great pass. Can they finish? They can, it's Smith. The latest player to make it into double figures. 3 of the starting 5 for Hebraica. Macabi into double figures now, although just 10 points have been scored from the bench so far today. Cornell, not much time. Got to go for the shot. They get it away in time. It's missed. And this could get a little more encouraging. Garcia Morales did really well to keep that ball alive. And a misplaced pass from Hebraica. They weren't able to make that count, so it stays a 17-point lead. 4 minutes and 8 seconds remaining. Cornell. And out it goes. Stallworth. Foul called. Stallworth getting the decision. The way this fourth quarter started, just wonder whether Mogi Cruzes were going to maybe play with fire a little bit and just struggle to see it out. Stallworth to try and increase his personal tallies on 18 as things stand. Joins Larry Taylor on 19. Do wonder who you choose as the main man of the evening. Taylor, 19 points. Stallworth, 20 points. More rebounds as well. And more assists, 3 assists. Good performance from Stallworth, as you'd expect. And he claims another rebound there. 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 20 points. Is he the main man, or do consider that to be Caio Torres? 13 points, 14 rebounds, double-double. Stallworth, it's the pass out, up goes the 3, doesn't quite drop, but the follow-up is good. Cornell increasing his tally, 8 points on the night for Tyrone Cornell. And a 21-point lead cut to 19 by Martin Aguilera, off the mark. 3 minutes left to play. Cornell. Neto. Neto. It's the pass out wide. Up goes the 3. In it goes from Philippine. And for the 3rd time in the game, we have a 22-point lead for Mogi Cruzes with 2.5 minutes to go. I never want to say it's over till it's over, but it would take something extraordinary. Mogi Cruzes may get a little nervous because there is so much at stake here. It's the thing with basketball, it just never seems completely over. Even when the gap is pretty big like this one, you just never know. Anything could happen. In comes Jimmy Boston to try and salvage a few things here. A couple of points for him tonight, but he's not featured greatly, it has to be said. See Garcia Morales, as you can see by his standards, higher than average on rebounds and steals, a little lower on points, just the 13 so far. Hit 31 last night. Total of 52 points coming into this game. Another 15 points to add to the tally so far this evening. Personally for him, a good group stage. Look at Cruzes turning this fourth quarter around, because it could so easily have started to get away from them. Those early 3-pointers from Hebraica, making it a 10-point game briefly. That is where things could have started to go really wrong for Mogi Cruzes. Now Tyrone Kernell has that little habit when he's taking the free throws of chewing his gum shield. Looks a little odd, doesn't it? But whatever works. Tyrone looking to make it 10 points on the night. And misses. So 21 points the difference. Boston. And up goes the three. It's good. Very good, in fact, from Zanotta. His second three-pointer of the quarter, his third of the game. 18 points. Taylor. You can see they are just trying to run the clock down a little bit, using up those valuable seconds. Clock is their friend at the moment. Torres for two, misses. Bit of a surprise out from Caio Torres. 13 points, 14 rebounds. Zanotta, they're going to have to just hit threes now. Boston underneath that as the whistle goes. Torres with a foul. Boston will go to the line. The 38-year-old Jimmy Boston, 3 points, 2 rebounds, hasn't featured a great deal tonight. One of the veterans in this team, along with Michael Hicks, of course. He's a couple of years older than Jimmy Boston at 40. Up goes the shot, and in it goes for two more for Taylor, Lowry Taylor. Into the 20s, joins Stolworth. In fact, just briefly overtakes him on 21. Boston, final minute. A little fake, the drive inside, and the layup is good. Nicely done. Beautifully put away that by Martin Aguilera. Well, a couple of the players who haven't featured at all tonight being given an opportunity here. Irina Rush and Octavio Medina for Hebraica and Macabi. Going to get a few seconds out on court, less than a minute, fortunately for them, but we'll be Irina Rush getting involved straight away and drawing the foul from Silva. Something on his wrist there that the referee wasn't happy with. Medina and Rush getting involved here. Here is Medina. Enthusiastic approach from him, and he gets the two. It's good work from the young man who's finally got some points on the board. We've been waiting patiently for his chance on the bench. That's Cruzes closing in on the win. They have been impressive in this competition, particularly in this semi-final phase, blowing away the opposition that's been put in front of them. Opening night on Monday, 19-point win yesterday, 21-point win, 15-point lead as things stand here. Could have been a bigger victory. Rush now getting the chance from the line. He has come off the bench and added some points. Maybe a little reminder to the coach that he should have been used a little more. Well, 2 from 2. 4 seconds remaining, and the handshakes are starting. The buzzer goes, and Mogi des Cruzes are into the final. They've done the business tonight, and they've done it comfortably. In a winner-takes-all battle, it is the Brazilians who make it into the final. It will be either a Brazilian or Argentinian victor once again in the Liga Sudamericana, as it has been every year. The Uruguayans coming close. A win tonight would have given them the chance to compete and contest in the final against Weber Bahia, but it is Mogi des Cruzes who have cruised to victory. In the end, it was pretty comfortable for them. 82 points to 69. A 13-point victory. Could have been bigger, but it was always looking likely. They took a 11-point lead into the end, into the second quarter. 14 points clear at the start of the third, and they were 16 points ahead by the start of the fourth. At one stage they led by a massive 22 points. In fact, more than one stage they led by 22 points, but they've ended up winning by 13.